If you want to work on your single pole hip key and make pretty shapes from there, this routine is for you.
Hi, Aerialists! We're making shapes from a single pole hip key, which is a little different from your regular hip key because you also have to think about keeping the fabric in the right place. So we're going to break all of that down for you today.
Yes. And I like that even though we're making shapes from a hip key, the routine is still easy enough for you to do. So I feel like the most challenging thing is figuring out how to do that single pole hip key thingy.
Yeah, that's true. So get ready to work on that with us today. Now, before we start, let's start with a quick safety check. Let's start by checking our equipment, make sure everything is okay with your rigging, make sure that you have resin as you need or whatever grip you need, make sure that you have a crash mat, don't practice without one under any circumstances, and make sure that you warm up well and cool down well before and after you practice aerial always. If you're looking for warm-up ideas, you can find them in a playlist, which we'll leave right up here. So if you haven't warmed up as yet, go do that first and then come back to this routine to try it with us. Then make sure that you're wearing the right clothing. I definitely recommend wearing something that protects your thighs, not specifically higher, but lower if you're not used to that feeling of the fabric wrapping around because we are doing a hip key. And also some of the wraps might require that as well. So leggings would be helpful. With that in mind, we are also relying on kind of the contact or the roughness with the silk. So don't go for your most slippery leggings. Try to find something with grip. If you're okay and you're very used to the feeling of the fabric, Karina and I both wore shorts and we're pretty much fine with that. But just something to keep in mind if you're new to silks or if you have any concerns there. And then make sure that you have your spotting buddy. Make sure you have someone to train with so they can be your GPS in the air and your cheerleader. And if something happens, they're there to call someone or assist you.
So the music for this routine cannot be seen in this video. This is a tutorial video where we will walk you through how we do the poses, how we transition from pose to pose, and the different tips and tricks that help us when we were learning the routine. If you want to see it synced up to the music, we did leave you a short right up here. This short is synced up to the music. We also welcome you to come back to the channel on Friday. On Friday, we do release a YouTube video that shows both of us doing the routine. So you can see two people doing the same routine, and it can help you to see that we might have some small little differences in what we're doing, and that's okay. We want you to be more accepting of what it is that you are doing at home. We will also leave you a link to the song that we use along with the time in which we get started down in the description below so that you know exactly what song we're using, what version of the song we're using, and when we're getting started.
Now that we've covered everything, let's get started. Hello, Aerialists. We're about to break down the silks routine and Karina is going to show us what to do and I'll kind of walk you through it. So we're starting with a basic climb. Before we do the climb, we want to make sure that your tails are separated and we also bring the tail to the same side. So Karina is bringing them over to her left side. Doesn't really matter which side you put them on. Just make sure they're on the same side. So she's starting with her left leg in front and her right leg behind her. And then she's going to have the same side as the leg that's in front up high. So her left hand is up high and her right hand is underneath. And to add spin, she's going to bring that right leg forward. And then she's going to immediately wrap for her basic climb, step on it and wave up. So she can show you that now by adding the spin. I'm going to get out of your way. Perfect. And that's her starting spin. And like I mentioned, she's going to wave her body up. And then adjust her hands and do a little extension here before grabbing onto both tails, the fabric, and that is her starting spin. Now, when it comes to the next part, she's going to do a little pull-up. This is okay. And then she's going to do a hip key on the opposite side. So for us, we're doing a hip key on our left pole. So for that single pole hip key, your leg positioning is super important. So we have Karina here and she has, first of all, she has both the poles separated. So you're gonna, since we're doing it on the right side, Karina's gonna bring her right foot between the fabric, between both poles, and her left foot is going to go behind the poles. So this is where the fabric will fall before she does that fan kick to get into her hip key. So if she were to do it pulling up, brings her leg between, and then she falls into her hip key.
Now you can try it on the left side. Now to do it on the opposite pole, you need to think about bringing your leg across to the other side before doing the same technique to bring your leg over and into that hip key.
From there, she's going to adjust her hand. So she's moving this hand over here, and she's going to hold it in flamenco grip, bring this tail behind her. And then she's going to bring both of them together, making sure that she holds the tail that's wrapping her hip key very tight. From here, she can bend her legs, bend one of her legs, bring it through the middle, and then bring them close together. Now, when she brings them together, she'll tuck them together like this, making sure her knees are together here, toes are pointed, bent, engaging her legs. And then she's going to hold onto the tail below her and add some spin. Now, after she has enough spin, she'll release her hand from the tail and she's going to straighten her legs, thinking about keeping your knees together to get those straight lines over here. She's going to extend one arm and she's holding from the other arm. From there, she's going to bend one of her legs to hold this pretty shape, another variation. And then she's going to turn back towards the fabric that is close to her, hold on to that pole. She's going to hold on back and she's going to make sure that she hooks her leg, and then she's going to adjust her grip, hold high, and she's going to turn out so that her chest is facing outward, and she's going to bend her legs here to make this sort of Cupid variation. So if you notice, the wrapped leg is in the back, and this is how your wrap should look behind you as well. Good. From there, she's going to lower her body, making sure that this leg is hooked, the leg that is on top is hooked. And then from there, she's going to flamenco her grip on top again, hold with her lower hand, hold the tails, and add some more spin here. Then she'll hold on to both tails, bring them together to meet the pole that is in front of her. And then she can release that flamenco grip. She's going to bend her legs here, cross them, and she's going to extend her arms to do this pretty extended pose here. From there, she's going to hold on back to the pole with your flamenco grip. She's going to release her legs by stepping the higher leg on the pole and then releasing the lower leg. And then that's the end of the routine.
That was so much fun.
If you want to keep training with us and you're looking for a routine with similar skills and similar shapes, but at the end you get a walking man, and in the beginning we do a candy cane roll up. So check out the video we're leaving on screen for you. We'll leave the dance video on top, and we'll leave the tutorial at the bottom. And until next time, bye!